Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome to the edition of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Alright, so today we are driving, it's actually the Optimus Prime apparently from the newest version of, I think it's Age of Extinction I guess is the last one. This is another version of Optimus Prime I found. It's actually based off of the Freightliner Coronado, according to what it says inside. So this is what it looks like on the outside. It's pretty awesome if you ask me. To drive, it's a bit strange. It's a bit dark on the inside, as you can see. Nothing too crazy in here, and yeah, looks. I think it looks pretty cool on the outside. Like if I just had to look at it, like I could be okay with that. But for those people who really like Optimus Prime and all that, they'll appreciate this. Anyways, we got a quick little journey today. It's only a 3-hour trip, so let's get started. Parking brake is on. So let's get started. So this is kind of an interesting little truck actually. I just was looking around for some trucks and I was trying out some of the trucks from that American pack I had. And the other ones I tried weren't nearly as good, unfortunately. It seems like the ones that I tried out were the good ones right from the bat. And these ones weren't quite as, I guess I can go. This one was the best one I found on like short notice, so to speak. Because I looked like at all three of the different ones and I couldn't find anything that was really really good, unfortunately. So anyways, let me just let me be quiet for a second. You guys can hear how this thing sounds while we're at the lights here. Gotta love that. Alright. Oh, lights changing right now. So there's a couple different options for this truck. I have I think it's the 500 horsepower engine in it, I think I want to say. Not the biggest one you can get, not the smallest one either. I think somewhere in the middle is what I have. But it seemed like, you know, a good choice. Some crazy reflections. I don't know if the reflections are supposed to be, I don't know if it's supposed to be that reflective on the inside of the truck as well as the outside, but it looks a bit, I don't know if it's just because of some of the settings I have or not, but it looks like it's a bit, almost too reflective almost, so I don't know what's the case there, but it does look pretty darn cool on the outside if you ask me. Anyways, let's go back inside so I don't crash. I'll do that again on the highway in a second. It's a bit strange to drive because the actual visuals on the inside are, the visibility, I should say, isn't necessarily the best on the inside. So it is kind of funny to drive around because you can't really see a whole bunch. You can see a little tiny bit out the front and that's about as far as you can see basically, so. But I guess in this scenario, that's all you really need to see is just a little bit out the front of the window there, and otherwise you're good to go. Alright, let's put the cruise control on. Set it at 90 and I'll show you the outside once again. It does look pretty darn awesome from the outside, you have to admit that. Like, could you imagine seeing something like this coming down the highway at you and how scary that would seem? Like, it just looks awesome. Driving wise, it's a bit, I don't know if I'd consider it the best drive I've ever had in a Euro truck, but it's probably one of the cooler looking trucks. Too bad I couldn't find a blue trailer. I'll just do this. Maybe on this side. Is it the same thing? No, good. Yeah, it's such a crazy looking truck, especially when you've never, especially when you're like, you know, if you see like this in comparison to like a normal truck, it's gonna be like, there's not much, a whole lot of customization you can do with the truck itself, but it does look pretty darn sweet. For those Transformers fans out there, at least. So it doesn't sound too bad either. I don't know, does this actually have, let me just see if it has a retarder. I don't think it does. No, the gearbox I chose doesn't have one. So what about the Jake brake? Let's get out of the tractor here, truck. That's not too bad. What about inside? That's not too bad. Not the best, not the worst, you know, but it does look, I don't know, I just can't get over how crazy it looks on the inside. Like, it looks like it's almost too dark on the inside, but like, you got to admit, like, they did a pretty amazing job on the outside of this thing. Like, could you imagine seeing this? I could. Just thinking about it, it's like, oh my goodness, this is a detour? No. Better slow down here a little bit, so I don't run into somebody like I normally do. But yeah, I haven't played Euro Truck in a little bit actually. I've been playing a little bit of Torchlight, playing a little bit of Minecraft, so it's good to step back into Euro Truck a little bit. I noticed that they started doing beta testing on I think it's the 1.17 release, the newest release. They're doing beta testing on. I noticed that was on the SES blog there the other day. And I also saw that Squirrel had an advanced copy of the Scania DLC, which is coming out in May, so which is soon. So it should be interesting to see what they're going to do with it in the end. So apparently there's something on that sign there. So it should be interesting to see how it works with other things. As far as I know, from what I gathered, it will not work with the Pro Mods. It won't work with it initially, but I'm sure Pro Mods will adjust it so that it does. So that'll be interesting to see how they change it in order to work with it. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what they're gonna do. Like I've seen some footage of it, and it looks fantastic so far. Some of the stuff I've seen has been like just fantastic. I can't believe what they have done with some of the stuff there. Like I think they added the Scania factory in there. They added a few other things in there that just make it look really, really, really nice. So it's good to see that they're stepping up their game. I just can't get over the way this thing looks. Look at that. As long as I can keep it straight like this, I would probably do the whole trip like this if I could, just because it looks so crazy. I wonder how fast we can get this thing to go. Can go 90 kilometers fairly easily, although now we're narrowing down. If I tried to this right now, I'm gonna just crash, that's for sure. But I just wanted to show this to you guys and just do a Euro Truck video because I couldn't get over. I was looking through some of the comments for this particular one, and I was like, people are like, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. I'm like, oh, how good could it be? Then I loaded it up, and I was like, whoa, that's one heck of a truck. I just couldn't believe it. I got it from ETS2.LT, where I tend to get most Euro Truck mods, just because that seems to be the place where a lot of them get released. So let's go back to our cruising speed before I get into trouble, basically. But it's a pretty nice looking truck. I think on the inside of the other Optimus Prime version, I think it was a 389, that might have been a bit nicer. But this on the outside definitely looks a lot nicer. So it's a good combination. Like, you know, right now it's kind of at the, not once at the tail end. That's a bad way of saying that, but you know, things have been out for a while, and there hasn't been a real big surge of mods that I've seen yet. Well, I'd say American trucks, because I'm specifically looking for American trucks and not European or not European ones. So a lot of times I'm going out of my way to try and see what I can find in terms of, like, you know, Peterbilts, Kenworths, Freightliners. I haven't seen any Westerns, and I've only seen the one Mack truck, and it gave a lot of people errors, so I didn't even bother with that. But yeah, there's been a couple few of them out, and some of them don't look too bad. There was one that looked really. There was one that looked pretty darn good, actually. Really, that's all it was in, going to the collector lane. Ugh, I hate it when it does that. There's one mod I saw that looked pretty darn good. It was a Kras, I think, which I think is a Russian. Not sure. It's like KA. Oh, we actually do need to take this. Okay, that's why. Alright, slow down a little bit here. I think it's like KARZ. And it looked pretty good, actually. It had like a lot. It seemed like it had a lot of options that you could. Oh, apparently, I'm just clipping the edge there. It seemed like it had a lot of options like that you could adjust on the inside, based on what I could see in the picture / video. So I was pretty impressed by that particular one. So I was like, whoa, that's pretty amazing. So maybe I'll pick that one up next and take a look at that. But I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to compare to this guy right here, because this is a pretty Pretty impressive piece of kit, if you ask me. Oh, we've never been to Liège before. Oh, there you go. First time for everything, I guess. Oh, there's our parking spot right there. Let's downshift once again. See if we can't make this turn without making too much of a mess of it. The turning circle's not the greatest. That's to be expected, basically. Alright, so... Did I just clip that? I think I did. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. I want to see the truck, basically. Go further, just a little bit further. There we go. Not that it'll make a huge difference, but it might. But as you can see, like, the visibility on here is pretty minimal. You really can't see much out the front. I don't think there wasn't much adjustment. Honestly, I didn't want to adjust it too much because it did look pretty cool. So I don't know how truckers do this in real life. I really need to watch one of these videos because I'm pretty sure they don't do it like this. I think I say that every time. Every time I try to park one of these trucks like this, and I'm like, well, I should watch a video. Maybe that's what I'll do right after this. Although I think Dirt Towers is streaming, so. Alright, let's see. We're going to be able to do this in orderly fashion. Oh, first time? No. No. Like, my tires are locked as best as they can be, so it's kind of funny when you try to lock your tires out. It doesn't work very well. Alright, that's good. Straighten her out once again. This will be the last time we'll have to straighten her out, it looks like. But it does, you have to admit, like, this is a pretty cool looking truck, I have to admit. I don't know if if you really want a Peterbilt, or if you really want a Optimus Prime truck, this is definitely the one you're looking for. If you're looking for a newer, updated version of any of the previous Optimus Prime trucks you may have seen, this one's pretty darn good. So, all right, there we go. Nice. Is it an excellent? No, it's only good work. Ah, well. 1% damage? I must have just grazed something. Jeez. Oh man, but there you have it. That is the Peterbilt. Not a Peterbilt. Why do I keep calling it a Peterbilt? I don't know. That is the Optimus Prime Freightliner Coronado. I don't know if you can see the little symbol there. Looks pretty darn good if you ask me. Let's take one more screenshot and then we'll head out. Let's see what we can get. That's a pretty good one too. Excellent. Alright folks, that's it for me for today. My name's Iain Robson. It's been an episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2, checking out the Freightliner Coronado original raised roof sleeper Optimus Prime version. I'll catch you guys later.